I've received the final draft and the drawings on how they're going to look, and I'm pretty pleased with what I've seen thus far. I think now at the moment is just now sort of staking out exactly, how the construction will be done and the type of materials that will be used. I was told that in the last quarter of the year, which we are coming down into right now, we will start to see the first set of bus stops that will be placed in specific locations. So I can assure you that yes, to use the same words, in the coming weeks we will be seeing them being erected or spotted in different locations.
Thank you, Alita. Andrew, the floor is yours.
Yes, Minister Emmanuel, concerning the Kimsa Beach, the parking lot, any update as far as the project there is concerned?
I had Mr. Boncampo looking into the schematics of it because, yes, the developer is here on the island, so they are having that discussion right now. Also, remember there was a court case with Go Dive where we settled out of court on how we are going to move forward, and that discussion is being had right now as we speak because I received an update on it, and I must say that all is agreeing with how we are going to move forward with it.
Thank you, Andrew. Bibi, you have a question?
Yes. Minister Emmanuel, I don't know if you have information on this and if you can share with us what's going on with the management board of GEBE. Up to yesterday, someone that is in the media chose to do a live stream that even amongst two threats regarding towards while names were not called, but clear indication as to who they're threatening within GEBE. And these threats came about because the person from the media that did this live stream chose to be defending his ex-wife, who is also a member of GEBE Management Board.
Baby, no. Oh, you see that kind of discussion? Not with me. I am not going to get into this person and someone from the media and threatening and this. I think it makes dirty media reporting. If it's not factual, and if you're asking me a question concerning the functioning of GEBE, I'm willing to entertain that type of discussion. But if you're telling me about this one wife and this, I am not going to partake in it. I'm not going to entertain it. And it makes not nice media reporting to me. So I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that, Bibi.
The
I'm not
minister
going to
made
get
his
into that.
statement. He's clear. We move on now to the other major person that has the mic, Hilbert Har.
I have a simpler question for you, Mr. Minister Emmanuel. What is the status of the search for a new director for the cadastre?
I think that's a question more that the Minister of Finance and the Prime Minister probably would, not that they're responsible for it, but I think I came in meeting a situation that was there. And to be honest, I haven't had a discussion concerning cadastre of finding a new director. As a member of parliament, I've promoted that the present acting director should be promoted to the director, whether it's training or whatever is necessary for her to get up to speed. But again, here's the thing. Yeah, these sort of questions comes as if a minister can just simply go and pluck someone and say, you're a director. It doesn't work like that. The Prime Minister walks into my office every day. Minister, what's happening? What is going on? Give me an update. Because I have to have a discussion with my colleagues. Prime Minister, this is what I'm thinking. This is along the line I want to go. Minister of Finance, listen, I just don't have enough money. Tell me something. How can this work? Minister of Justice, listen, I'm having a problem with the road here and the parking. They're up on the sidewalk. Tell me where we can go because I need the guys from the police to go out and give some fines. We removed the billards on Back Street, and now they are parking on the sidewalk. It's a discussion that have to be taken with the Council of Ministers. I can suggest a name, but to say that I'm well versed and in depth and know what is happening with cadastre, no, I don't, because I haven't delved into it really to find out what is going on. I'm concentrating on housing, on GB, on garbage, on roads. I will get to it, but I think the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance is more suitable to answer that question.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas really easy. Island Finance. For education, a renovation. That's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
Win yourself a brand new car from the St. Martin's Lions Club and Port of St. Martin Group of Companies. Get your tickets for the Gold Green Car Raffle and win a brand new Toyota Prius C. Tickets only $10. Get your tickets today. The more tickets you get, the more chances you have. Draw date, Sunday, October 8th. Tickets available at Van Godberdeen, Madam Estate. Big D's Photo Studio on the Pondville. And from all Lion members and at the Lion's Den. Get your tickets to win a brand new car from the St. Martin's Lions Club and Port of St. Martin Group of Companies.
I think the question is a very legitimate question. The reason why I believe the minister has not been able to give a direct answer, so to speak, on it. The minister came in and met if I would say, something in movement. Cadastre, and then I'm going back to the past for us to understand where we are at today. Cadastre falls under the responsibility of the Minister of Finance. For several years now, government was behaving as if cadastre was the responsibility of the ministry or the commissioner of VROMI. Officially, it falls under the responsibility of finance. So work was in progress in that transition. That's when the minister came in, believing that cadastre is his responsibility. The Minister of Finance, whose responsibility it is, did not have, not the person, but the ministry did not assume responsibility for it, but legally the transfer, let's say the switch over had never taken place. What you do have sometimes is that even if I am responsible as minister for a certain area, I would ask the Minister of Justice or the Minister of Finance to take charge and clear that up deal with that for me. Sometimes you would hear one minister speaking. If we take, for instance, the example of the starting of the law program, it is something very close to the heart of Minister Gibson, and he picked up the ball and he was, let's say, running with it with the knowledge, approval of the government and of the Ministry of Finance. Education. Here, however, you have that gray area where for several years the Minister of Vromi was taking the decisions, taking the lead, leading the discussions with Cadastre, while actually Cadastre falls under the responsibility of finance. So in that discussion, at a given moment, it was decided, well, hey, maybe it's best not to continue with that transition and park it back up or leave it where it belongs. And so therefore, I guess, is the reason why the minister said maybe the minister, the prime minister, or the minister of finance. But for what I know, I do not believe that even within the Ministry of Finance, there's a process ongoing today to appoint, recruit a new head of Cadastre anytime soon. One would say, well, this sounds like a bundle of excuses, one after the other, over certain things. But just yesterday, following the Council of Ministers, we were having a discussion with 2-3 ministers who were left behind. And the amount of priorities that government has, and it was put also in the context of the Integrity Chamber and all the discussions that are taking place with the Netherlands. If a member of the media or a member of the society or a member of the Dutch government or the Kingdom government decides to target something and make that their priority, and therefore questions are being asked and we are not getting sufficient answers fast enough, the impression would be created like, gee whiz, what it is they're doing. We have a list of legislation that has to be finalized internally by government. We have our department that has to vet them. So even if we give them to an external bureau to do, sometimes we do that, you outsource it, but when the final legislation comes, before it can go to the Council of Ministers, our Legal Affairs Department has to vet it based on certain criteria. If they are given a department with 3 people in it, if they are given 30 pieces of legislation to go through, and with all of them, priority and high priority and highest priority, at a given moment, no matter how you turn, twist, or put them, all become priority, and which one do you handle first? While you're busy with this one, you might get a call from the Minister of Finance, hey, this is priority, we need it, we need to go to Parliament. When it's finished there, it has to go to the SER, it has to go to the Council of Advice, and then it ends up in Parliament, the back and forth discussion. So at a given moment, one can have an intention to do 100 things. One will be done first, one will be done second, but one of those priorities will be number 100. And while you probably reach down to 36, 37, or 40, new priorities may be added, so that one will remain at the bottom at a given moment, and then somebody who might have a vested interest in a particular area might say, but gee whiz, I mean, they do nothing about that yet, but it is because they have so much more on their plate to do.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 fun mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of fun miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free fun miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun miles, from within your reach.
Win yourself a brand new car from the St. Martin's Lions Club and Port of St. Martin Group of Companies. Get your tickets for the Gold Green Car Raffle and win a brand new Toyota Prius C. Tickets only $10. Get your tickets today. The more tickets you get, the more chances you have. Draw date, Sunday, October 8th. It's available at Van Godberdeen Madam Estate, Big D's Photo Studio on the Pondville, and from all Lion members and at the Lions Den. Get your tickets to win a brand new car from the St. Martin's Lions Club and Port of St. Martin Group of Companies.
Last week I mentioned that I was about to have a meeting with the members of the Maritime Organization, the Maritime Foundation, with regard to the crew members' entry requirements to the island, as far as the visas, etc., are concerned. It was a discussion that was started earlier this year, and we agreed that we would, during the off-season, look at the procedure to come up with a feasible procedure that would not be too cumbersome, but yet would assure that we abide by the rules and regulations that we have. The meeting was a very, very fruitful meeting, and I think we have agreed on some issues, how we would approach it. One important role would be played by the Caribbean carpet visa, as was the same result basically in the Anguilla discussion, a meeting with Anguilla. We would be providing more information as to the use of this visa and how to obtain the visa, etc. That is the Department of Foreign Relations, in collaboration with the DCOM department, would be providing information. And as we continue our talks with the Maritime Association, we hope that we would be able to finalize within short a procedure that would be then sent to all of the agents that deal with the mega yachts. These discussions on the entry requirements pertain only to the mega yachts. So not all of the boats, etc., that are enter the lagoon. So I would be, as we continue, as we progress in the coming weeks, I'll be given more detailed information on that. I just want you to know now that the meeting was very fruitful. Over the weekend, I understood that on social media there was a lot of reports that the situation in the prison was bad, in the sense that employees were reporting sick, etc. And I want to dispel those rumors. That is not the case. On the contrary, a lot of folks who were out on sick leave are back on their job. Things at the prison are normal. I want to commend Mr. Carty and Mr. Williams for a job well done. I also want to commend the members of the task force that was installed in order to support the management at the prison. All parties are cooperating, working very good together. And as we continue to work on the individual cases for the employees, as far as their legal positions and things are concerned, they are doing their job in a satisfactory manner. So I just want to let the public know that there is no situation out of the ordinary at the Point Blanche prison. And I should also say, and that is also thanks to the support that we are getting from Major Rogers and his VECA SS. They are doing a fantastic job at the prison. Just to come back to the issue with the visas, I would like to call on organizers of different events. Oftentimes we have conferences, meetings, sport events, etc. And the organizers of these events, most probably because they were not aware, end up at the last minute having participants who would require a visa to come to St. Martin and run into problem. And sometimes these things would happen on the weekend, and it can create some inconvenience for the participants, and at times some embarrassment. Nobody would want to come to the island and then to put in a holding room or whatever by the immigration, because if they were told that they needed a particular visa or something, if they knew that, they would have gotten it. So I would like to also call on all organizers of events to check your participants list good and inform the participants whether they would be requiring a visa to enter St. Martin, yes or no, and please explain them how they should go about getting one. And if you don't have that information, please contact the Immigration Department or the Foreign Relations Department, and they will be more than glad to give you the information. Later, we'll be putting out the different websites where you would get that information. I don't have it with me right now, but to know exactly which countries require a visa to enter St. Martin. Another issue that came up during, I think, the last press briefing was the issue with the Justice Academy. And while it is absolutely not my intention to get into any tit for tat with anyone, especially someone that I consider a friend, I think it is necessary to have the proper information. That's what all of us come here to do, is to inform the public and to inform the public adequately.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
Regarding your question about financing for the hospital and tensions between the board and the director, as you know, we are looking at two financing partners for the construction of the new hospital, SZV and APS. In the process of approving the funding through SZV, the director has requested the opinion of the board. He's looking for their support for the financing of the hospital. The board has written a letter indicating that there's no objections to SZV financing 50% of the construction of the hospital. And in that letter, I think they've taken some opportunity to outline what they believe are operational efficiencies that need to take place. I don't think any of those points outlined are a surprise. I think that there's a lot of improvement in SZV, and that process of improving the administration is in progress. So I didn't find any of the comments in the letter to be surprising. So whether that's created tension, I don't think so. Again, I think everyone is working in the best interest of SZV, the clients, and of the country. So I expect to have the confirmation letter from the director any day, today, tomorrow. So in my mind, I'm considering that the portion of financing that I'm hoping for from SZV will be confirmed, and then there's a process through Council of Ministers, some details that need to be arranged. So, but in my mind, 50% of the financing for the hospital is now secured. And now I'm waiting on the answer from APS. So I think everything is going well, and I don't see any tension. Your second question, I've announced several times already that we have an interest in getting an overall picture of the healthcare chain, and that SOAB some time ago, I don't remember, several months ago, has already been contracted to do an audit of SZV. Apparently you know things from the audit that I don't know yet, so I will wait for the outcome of their report.